So, are you guys ready for another movie review? The movie for today is Adire. Beautiful movie. One word, beautiful. So, a prostitute became a community warrior, and it's not about the storyline for me, but it's in the dialogue, it's in the actual script of the movie, it's in the way that every actor was made to express their character. There are some movies that you just watch and you know that it's like, these actors are improvising and they're just like, talking like they would every day. However, this movie for me was a different tone of voice because they used the writer, used certain words that on a normal day, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't hear that normally in a movie. Use one word, Dirge. I do not know how to pronounce it, however, I will look it up. But it was very interesting in the way that everything was masterfully and carefully written. So, what's the storyline, you ask? I shall tell you. A prostitute ran away from her pimp, Yomi Black. How can Yomi Black be a pimp? But God, was he good? And the prostitute was a Kende Bankole. I think she's one of the most underrated actresses in Nollywood. Honestly speaking, I just feel that she needs to be given her flowers, like very huge bouquet of it. But she was so good in the movie, and she brought out the character in such a way that you would feel like she had lived this life before. Kudos to her. So anyway, a prostitute leaves her pimp, and of course she stole money from him because hey, why not? And she moves to another town and of course she moves to another town and she has become a beacon of light and strength to the women of the community who were so oppressed by the pastor's wife. As in, seriously guys, like, why would you want to oppress people and make them so submissive to you and have a problem with someone that is trying to better the community? Anyway, that's what this pastor's wife was all about. Why should you do that to women? She liberated the women, of course. And guess how? With braziers. Adire braziers, God, they were so gorgeous. So she was able to kind of draw the women in the community to herself, and really not to herself, but she empowered them in the way that prior to her coming to that town, they were not able to express themselves because they were under the bondage of religion. Sounds familiar. But her coming into the town brought about a change in the approach of women to how they live their family lives, their relationship with their husbands, and even with themselves as people. And there were certain aspects of this movie that was so touching, in a sense that we need to build community, guys. You do not know people's stories and why they're doing certain things they're doing, and we're so quick to judge other people, and that itself is a sin. We are so quick to look at people and say, and stick up our noses, forgetting that we also have our sins, and he who has no sins should cast the first stone. Nobody would be able to stand. And at the end of the day, we were able to see how fanaticism almost destroyed someone's life because he decided that his God was a consuming fire and went to go and burn down house. Idiot. But overall, I recommend this movie. I think you should watch it. I would give it a strong 7.5, almost 8/10, and it's showing on Netflix. So do watch it and let me know what you think. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Hi everyone. So I'm going to be reviewing. I'm going to be reviewing the movie. Okay, it's a series now, and it's the new Ebony Life production. When you see Ebony Life, you can be sure that you're getting top quality production and no cap. But however, let's go into what the movie was all about. So yeah, I think everyone must have seen the advert, and drum roll. All right, yeah. So the movie War. How did I feel about it? So the thing about it is that there is a prequel to it, which is called Sons of Caliphate. And quite honestly, if you haven't watched Sons of Caliphate, which is also on Netflix, by the way, you may not be able to easily appreciate what war is all about because it's a series as well. And so I'll highly recommend you watch Sons of Caliphate before you go ahead to watch War. You can watch it as a standalone, but it will make a bit more sense if you watch it before watching War. So beautiful storyline, actually, really nice storyline, and I enjoy the fact that there's a bit more attention being drawn to the northern part of Nigeria, and a lot of attention as well drawn to political issues, things that are actually happening in our community and in our society, how the greed of the leaders and everyone in power kind of just overpowers the good that we're trying to do. So where do we draw the line in, you know, deciding whether to play God and whether to help communities that are less privileged when we're in the position to. So overall, what do I think about the movie? It was okay. I really like the actors that were in it, Mofe Donkin, Rahama, powerful. So strong actors like Rahama, Mofe Donkin, very powerful story about politics, making the right decision or not, and how far do you really want to go for power. There are genuine intentions and politicians maybe who are very genuine desires to liberate the people, but how far are you willing to go and put aside your own selfishness in pursuit of the happiness of a village, of a small community? And it's a very strong story about politics, about power, what people do to attain their desired goals. How far would you actually go for power? So I would say it's a solid 6.5/10 for me. I'm sorry, but that's what I think. And if I'm being overly generous, maybe a 7/10. Watch it if you're patient enough to go through the first two episodes, because I think it picks up nicely after the third episode, and the story and the action and the intrigue kind of like kicks in on the third episode. But like I said again, please do watch Sons of Caliphate before watching it, because there is a backstory to this particular watch, and you would actually enjoy it better if you do so. But if you need to watch something at a certain point in time, or you do not have anything to watch, or you're less busy and you have a bit of time to kind of like kill, do watch it. I recommend it on that note. But yeah, tell me what you think. Hi guys, again I have come again with my wahala. Let me set my hair. Okay, so the movie we're reviewing today is Love and Life. It's a soapy love story. That's the summary. It's a soapy love story. You love. Oh, it's not want to do again. Or he's not talking to me again. Or why is he cheating on me? Why is he running after me? Oh, my husband died and I can't get over him. You're talking to a dead person. It's a soapy love story. I love love and everything that encompasses love. But it was too much, It was too much. It was soapy. But it was a good movie. I am not one to knock anyone's work, to be honest, so I will be generous and say for me it was a 5/10, and that is because of one, the quality of production, again top notch, and two, the quality of acting and actors that were in this movie. What did not do it for me is the storyline. There were parts of it that I felt kind of like dragged and would have been better appreciated if it was kind of like compressed. However, I enjoyed the fact that the acting was, as always, top notch. Rita Dominic, beautiful. Chidimokeme, awesome. Inse, outstanding. As always, you can never fault her performance, and her role was so powerful. But then again, I think what really fell the hand was the storyline for me. It was about 2 hours long, and it's a movie that maybe 90 minutes could have done it, and I would have appreciated the movie more. Again, I will not take anything away from this beautiful work of art that has been created by a very I refuse to knock off on anyone's creative genius, but this is just my opinion, and watch it if you're very much in love with love, and if you like soapy kind of love, and if you are patient enough to kind of go through the very very emotional display of heartbreak, affection, breakup, and things like that. Yes. So I think I give it a 5/10. Yep. Still stand on the same number, and I recommend because it's a good watch, but I just feel like the storyline could have been better reduced. It was long for the kind of storyline it was, but at the end of the day, I smiled, which is the kind of emotion that I always have when I watch a good movie. So yeah, but what do I know? Please watch and let me know what you think. What's up, everyone? So I'm back with another movie review for today. Yep. What movie are we reviewing? A Weekend to Forget. Forget it. Okay, I'm joking. So the movie we're reviewing today is A Weekend to Forget. I'm not gonna forget about the movie in a rush because it's this kind of storyline that has been done by Hollywood and now it's being done by Nollywood, and I'm sure it's been done by someone else before. So for me, it was a predictable storyline. How do I feel about the whole thing? I kind of knew where it was heading from the beginning. However, it was a good story. It wasn't a great story for me, I would say. Again, my personal opinion, and this does not take anything away from the creative genius of the movie owners. But will I recommend it for people to watch? Recommend it on a day when you're not looking for anything exceptional to watch. I know that sounds a bit mean, but guys, I'm really sorry, but that is how I feel. And what was the storyline? Okay, a group of friends decided to hang out, Lagos hangouts. We are going to beach house, all those things. Emalo. So they decided to hang out, a couple of couples, and a single person as well. But the somebody now died. You see that it's a normal story. Like somebody now died, and then they have to solve the murder. And again, it's more like all of them in the house were bad except one good person. So for me, from the beginning, I already knew that it was a good person that did it. The interesting thing about the storyline is the reason behind why she killed the babe that died. So I won't give any spoilers so that you can watch it. But it was now a case of I killed her because she took what was mine. Well, some some people might actually agree her that killing was justified. Me, I don't know. Make your own choice. However, I kind of feel like the first thing in the movie did not merge with the rest of the movie because the girl's father, the girl that died, is one of these really badass, killer kind of ruthless kind of person. But at the end of the day, they didn't even move the whole father figure of being a very ruthless man to kind of like fuse with what is going to happen to the killer of his only daughter. So that was a bit of a letdown for me. In terms of quality of production, average. Maybe if they had a bigger budget, it would have been better. In terms of actresses and actors that were in it, I love Ini. I wouldn't take anything away from her acting, but it takes more than one actor to carry a whole movie. So, overall, I would say again a 5/10. Do I recommend you should watch it? You could, if you're bored, which is okay to be. So, do watch it and let me know what you think. Have a good day, guys. Hey, y'all. So we're gonna be reviewing a beautiful movie today, and I'm really excited to reveal this one because I was just like, oh girl, that was my reaction throughout the movie. So yes, the movie No Way Through. Have you watched it? Well, I have, obviously. Uh, did you know the movie is by, is it by, or anyway, Funke Akindele was in the movie, and I'm kind of shocked that it did not receive as much publicity as I would have expected it to. However, this is such a beautiful movie, guys. This is a movie that I 100% 8 over 10, in fact, 9 over 10 recommend, because the backstory, the present day story, and the way the movie ended was just delicious. There was no wrong turn with this movie. So, what's the storyline? A mother decided to be a handler for drug malls and basically NDLE quota. So she had to work with them to kind of like apprehend the godfathers of the drug industry and kind of just save herself and save her daughter, most especially her daughter, because her excuse for being the handler for several years was that how would she have raised her daughter alone because her husband died. Beautiful storyline because it's kind of an event or a happening that I'm sure can happen to anyone, having to do whatever you can to make sure that your children are okay, are satisfied, go through life easier than you had it yourself. But you know, the sweet part of this movie is the fact that the owner of the drug something was a pastor and in the church. Hey, and the mommy Gio was even more wicked than the daddy Gio. The mommy Gio was more wicked than the daddy Gio, and the mommy Gio decided that she's Jesus's baby daughter, because the way that they were using scriptures to back up every evil deed, and the way they will now say let us pray after killing people was very, very delicious and very shocking. I've never even, I know people can be kind of like psychotic and be, mad, but to actually see it play out in pictures of how you would kill somebody now, and then you now kneel down with bloodstains on your body and you say let us pray, was very like, oh my god, I pray and I hope to god that there aren't real characters in this world that do this kind of thing. I truly thoroughly enjoyed the action part of the movie. I recommend this movie big time, 120%. And the way that the movie ended, in terms of who was left alive and who died and who was left to pay the price, is quite believable, because there are some times that people kind of do what they can to get by, and those things might not be good. Well, you see, God is a very merciful God. It's not that I'm saying that you should go and do something bad and be praying for mercy, but Isha ended well, Sha. That's what I'm trying to say. So please do watch. It's on Amazon Prime. Choma, beautiful as always. In movies, her character was badass, very, very badass. I liked her. And Chidi Mokeme, I love her boy, pastor and drug lord. Very believable. After Shantytown, please, he can go and be a drug lord for like yeah, he was really good in that role. Yep, again, watch and do let me know what you think. Have a good day, guys. Bye. Yes, yes, y'all. This is me doing a happy dance because Skinny Girl in Transit is about to come back to our YouTube screens. However, I'll have to check. I'm not sure if it's going to be on YouTube again or if they have upgraded and put it on Netflix or if they have put it on Prime. But I would say, guys, you guys really need to catch up with season 1 to season 6, so that season 7 is gonna be as sweet as it's gonna be, because I promise you, I believe in Abimbola Craig with the whole of my heart that she's gonna deliver something beautiful and exceptional. So January 26th, we're all here waiting. And may day, we love you, Timide. We love you so much, and we can't wait to see how this is going to evolve and blow our minds. I can't wait to see how Sharon's character evolves, and also Timini is gonna be there. So, yes. So, January 26th, we're all gonna be waiting for the premiere, and we're all gonna be watching. Have a good Sunday, guys. Today's review. Hey, I'm so excited about this one. A Tribe Called Judah. I feel like I'm the last person to watch this movie, but this movie was the bomb. 10 over 10 hands down. And me, I'm very stingy with my marks, but this one was beautiful. A theme about motherhood, about family, about struggling but still succeeding. A theme about community. My God, the beauty of this movie for me is not the fact that it's a Funke Akindele project, but the fact that it's a Funke Akindele project. However, every single one actor that was on this project had the opportunity to shine, and they delivered. From Adamu the Northerner to Shino the Yoruba boy, I me give them to Ejiro. In fact, Timini's character was so beautiful. Emeka, you see, since the time that the actor that played Emeka acted Rattlesnake, I had been looking out for him because he is A1 plus plus in all of his acting. But you know who my best character was in this movie? Adamu. You see, I grew up in the north, so his character of loyalty, of strength, of making sure that family is okay is something that I can literally relate with how northerners behave, and it was so beautifully portrayed. Like, I watched the movie and my body was shaking and vibrating because this is just excellent. So for me, the moral of this whole movie is you need to fight your way through, guys. I mean, life will not deliver to you what you want. You need to fight your way through. Even the Bible says the violence taketh it by force. Fight. Like, fight. I'm not saying you should go and steal, because at the end of the day, you stole money and they got away with it. However, it was a Robin Hood kind of stealing because they stole from a money launderer. So maybe God, brought the blessings of the Gentiles to their footsteps. But let's just say that they were able to fight their way through and they got through what they wanted. But it was balanced. You know why? Emeka died. Somebody had to die, and Emeka died. You see, that one pained me. For that, I'm removing the mark 0.5 from it and making it a 9.5 over 10 because that one pained me. Out of all the children, he was one of the ones that had plenty sense and they killed him. But you see, that's how life is. The good ones die quickly. You see, the rest of us that we're still living is an opportunity for us to become good people. But I really, really, in all seriousness, think that Nollywood as an industry needs to produce more of the quality, the content, and the style of this kind of movie. The publicity was mad for it, and I argue with the fact that it made £1 billion because there was a lot of publicity around it. But in terms of quality, now I see why this movie has made a lot of money. There's a lot to be learned from the story. If you haven't watched it, please, I recommend go and watch it. It's not a waste of your time. It's not a waste of your money. It's not a waste of your effort. You will thoroughly enjoy it. This is Funke Akindele's best project yet. Shout out to the actor that played Adamu. Shout out to the actor that played Emeka. Shout out to Shino. Shout out to Ejiro, the character that played Ejiro, the actor that played Ejiro, and shout out to Timini. You guys, 10 over 10 in the acting. God bless you. Produce more of this for us. We love you. Shaliwa has PTSD, guys. Shaliwa has PTSD. Like, Kwame, it will not be well with you. You see, that's why I advise you to watch the previous seasons of Skinny Girl in Transit. If you started season 7 and you haven't watched at least halfway through season 1 to 6, maybe you're on season 3, I advise you to, because what is happening to Shaliwa hurts my heart on every level. Kwame. Shaliwa Yusuf, you heard his name, Kwame. You went to go and date him. What happened to Tunde, Femi, Olumide? I need to ask, exactly how much money does Olumide have? Because the push gift he gave his wife in bundles of $100 bills were, girl, hey, I can only wish. There can only be one Olumide Macaulay, and that is on the YouTube channel, baby. That ain't gonna happen in real life, but beautiful first episode, amazing continuation of what has been happening in the past seasons, and Tiwa and Olumide have a baby now, naming ceremony. Of course, Woli will show up. The angels will do amebo for him and invite him. And you know what? The long list of names from aunties, uncles, even people that he did not ask for baby names is definitely a yes. It happens in our society. and the next 3 generations, I do not see it being abolished. I will also give names to people's children that did not even ask me. I'm sorry, but that's just the way we are, and that's what makes us community. How did I feel about the episode 1? I kind of feel like season 7 is going to be Shalewa's story, and I am all here for it, because if not, why not? She deserves it. I feel Tiwa is in a place where she's very settled in family life, so what else can happen? Please don't give me any heart attack, because I am very happy with how she and Olumide are just enjoying family life, sharing the newborn responsibility. But my dear, in real life, couple used to fight a lot when it comes to changing diapers and stuff like that. But I mean, one of the reasons why we love watching movies and films and everything is because it's an escape from reality. And if that's y'all's reality, good for y'all. Good for you. Change the diapers, boo boo. And what else did I take note of? Mommy has a YouTube channel. Please send me the link. I would love to watch Mommy's content, because they have started telling her to influence bleaching cream and waist trainer. You people safe. Please pause. And I'm just looking forward to episode 2. It's a very good beginning. I'm going to leave my ratings to the end of the whole season 7, but so far so good. So excited, and I can't wait for the next episode to come out. I think that should be on Friday. Yep, that's right. So watch out for episode 2, guys. Cheers. Oh, let me know what you think as well.